We are now on the module 8, which is the stages of moral development by Lawrence Kohlberg. We have here three we are now on the module 8, which is the stages of moral development by Lawrence Kohlberg. We have here three learning outcomes. One is to explain the stages of moral development. Second is to analyze a person's level of moral reasoning based on his responses to moral dilemmas, and cite how the theory of moral development can be applied to your work as a teacher later on. Lawrence Kohlberg was born in 1927 and died in 1987. We have here a moral dilemma situation, which is based from the moral development of Lawrence. And after this equation, there is a question in which you're going to answer or you have to think, and after the discussion, you will find out what stages of moral development do your responses correspond with. Okay, let us start with the moral dilemma situation. Ryan, a 17-year-old, has been saving up money to buy a ticket for this concert on Rock 10. His parents have discouraged him from going as the concert will surely be with a rowdy crowd. This band is notorious for having out-of-control audience who somehow manage to get drunk and stoned during the concert. Ryan agreed not to watch anymore, but a day before the concert, Nick, a 15-year-old brother of Brian, saw a corner of what appeared to be a concert ticket shown in the pocket of Brian's bag. Nick examined it and confirmed it was indeed a ticket. Looking at Brian's bag, Nick also found an extra shirt and 2 sticks of marijuana. So he figured Brian would go to the concert after all. That night, Ryan told his parents that he was spending tomorrow night at a classmate's house for a school requirement. Then later that evening, he told Nick of his plan to go to the concert. Nick didn't say anything, but he found it difficult to sleep that night, thinking whether to tell their parents or not. So the question is, if you were Nick, what would you do? So we have here possible answers. For the stage 1, yes, I will tell our parents because if they found out later that I knew, for sure they will get angry and most likely punish me. Or no, I will not tell because Ryan will make my life difficult and also punish me for not telling. If your answer is stage 2, yes, I will tell my parents because they will reward me for it. I will settle ask for the new iPod that I'm wishing to have. Or no, I will not tell. Ryan will surely grant me a lot of favors for not telling. He'll not also kill me. Or it could be stage 3. Yes, I will tell so my parents will think I am such an honest boy. Or no, I will not tell. Ryan will think of me as a really cool brother. Or it could be stage 4. Yes, I will tell my brothers we should follow the rules that our parents say. Or no, because it's been our rule to keep each other's secrets. Stage 5. Yes, I will tell because he might be hurt or get trouble and his welfare is topmost priority. Or it could be no, because he is big enough to question my parents' decisions not to let him go. Or it could be the last stage, stage 6. Yes, I will tell because lying is always wrong and I want to be true to what I believe in. Or it could be no, because I believe brothers watch out for each other. If he trusted me with this, I should stay true to him and not say anything. So later we will find out what would be your answer and in which particular stages do your answers or your response corresponds with. Okay, so we have here a K concept. Lawrence Kohlberg built on Piagetian works and set the groundwork for the present debate with psychology on moral development. He believed that children forms ways of thinking through their experience, which includes understanding of moral concepts such as justice, right, equality, and human welfare. So like Piaget, Colbert also studied individuals' way of thinking. However, uh, Colbert focused more with the reason uh, behind the response, not with if the answer of certain individuals is right or wrong, just like Piaget in his Piagetian task. So on that research, he identified 6 stages of moral reasoning, which is grouped into 3 major levels. So we have here level 1, which is the pre-conventional level, uh, which means moral reasoning is based on the consequences, result of the act itself is good or it could be bad. So usually on the pre-conventional level, moral reasoning or moral sense is externally controlled, in which the child believes on the rules of usually authoritative figures such as their mother or parents or the schools. So under the pre-conventional level, there are 2 particular stages, which is the stage 1, punishment slash obedience. Meaning one is motivated by fear of punishment, he will act in order to avoid punishment. Okay. Going back to the situation here, okay, this stage 1 corresponds to the punishment and obedience. If you will tell to your, it probably will say, you will tell to your parents the plan of your brother because usually you're afraid of being punished, or it could be you will not tell because you are afraid of getting punished from your brother. So that is the stage 1, which is the punishment or obedience. So you have to, it could be either follow to avoid punishment. Stage 2 is mutual benefit. One is motivated to act by the benefit that one may obtain later, or it could be, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Okay. Going back to the example a while ago, if your answer is on the stage 2 here, yes, I will tell my parents because they will reward me for it. Or I will subtle ask for the new iPad that I'm wishing I have. Yung iniisip mo na, probably I will tell because there is a reward. Or it could be, you will not tell, it's because probably your brother would give you a favor. Mutual benefit na siya. In usually classroom, for instance, I will let you do my assignment and in return, you will let me copy your answers during our quizzes. So usually ganyan yung sa mutual benefit. Okay? Stage 3 or the level 2, which is the conventional. Moral reasoning is based on the conventions or norms of society. So this may include approval of others, law and orders. Usually on this level, moral sense is tied up with personality and societal approval. We have here 2 stages. The stage 3, which is the social approval, which means one is motivated by what others expect in behavior, or it could be good boy or good girl. So going back to the answer of stage 3, it could be, yes, I will tell so my parents will think I am such an honest boy. Or it could be, no, I will not tell. Ryan will think me as a really cool brother. In other instances, in other instances, you want yourself to be friend with a certain group of people. So, ang kanilang requirements is kailangan ikaw yung tao na may kotse, halimbawa mayayaman. So para ma-accept ka ng grupo na yon, kailangan meron ka rin sasakyan. Or there is a thing na magre-represent to that certain group para lang ma-approve ka ng grupo na yon. Kaya nga, social approval. Okay? Same din yan siya sa may mga organization na para ma-approve ka ng organization, You have to be one of them by showing kung ano yung gusto nila na meron ka. Okay? Another stage under the conventional level is the law and order, in which one is motivated to act to uphold law and order, and then the person will follow the law because it is the law. Okay. Going back to the answer here, if your answer is stage 4, your answer could be, yes, I will tell because we should follow the rules that our parents say. Or it could be no, because it's been our rule to keep each other's secret. Okay. The same also in the school. Uh, for instance, one of the common law and order uh, established by the school is no ID, no entry. Okay, so that is a basic example. No ID, no entry. We have here the last level, the post-conventional, which means moral reasoning is based on enduring or consistent principles. It is not just recognizing the law, but the principles behind the law. So basically, this level, or on the post-conventional level, moral sense here is defined in terms of their abstract principles and values. We have two stages, the social contract and universal principles. For the social contract, it means laws that are wrong can be changed, or one will act based on social justice and common good. Or it could be the laws will regard as a contract, not a rigid. Kumbaga, pwede siyang ma-change if that laws is to promote a general or does not promote uh, to a general welfares. So it should be changed, or it can be changed when necessary para at least ma-meet yung greatest common good na great number of people. Okay? So yan, pwede siyang ma-change if pangkalahatan yung makaka-benefit. Okay. Balikan natin yung example dito. Your answer. So your answer would be, yes, I will tell because he might be hurt or get trouble and his welfare is topmost priority. Or it could be no, because he is big enough to question my parents' decision not to let him go. Okay. And for the last stage, stage 6, which is the universal principles. This is associated with the development of one's conscience and having a set of standards that drives one to possess moral responsibility to make a societal change regardless of consequences to oneself. So on the stage 6, they usually, or people choose ethical principles here that they follow, in which if they violate that principle, they may feel guilty about what they do. Okay. If your answer is on that particular stage, your answer would be probably yes, I will tell because lying is always wrong and I want to be true to what I believe in. Or it could be no, because I believe brothers watch out for each children. If he trusted me with this, I should stay true to him and not say anything. Okay, so those are the stages of moral development. Okay, so we have again 3 level, the pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional, in which there are 6 stages: punishment and obedience. Stage 2 is mutual benefit. Stage 3 is social approval. Stage 4 is law and order. 5 is social contract, and 6 is universal principles. So we have here guidelines for promoting moral development. One is model ethical thinking, behaviors, and empathy in your interactions with students. So if you are a teacher, you should be very careful, okay? Second, use classroom management as a vehicle for promoting moral development. This is the reason why we integrate actually advices, kung ano yung proper etiquette during the class. Okay. Third is to encourage students to understand and respect the perspective of others. Okay, you have to encourage students to understand instead of laughing when the answer of your classmate is quite not so related with the questions. Okay, so it must be, you have to understand that we have different perspective. Okay, use moral dilemmas as concrete reference points for discussions of moral issues. Okay, so that is the reason Lawrence Goldberg focus his study on moral development, because again, individual differences. So in giving some reasons, we have to relate our responses on that moral development, because uh, Lawrence again focus his study on the reason behind that responses, and not to judge whether the answer is right or wrong. Okay, so that's end for our discussion, or my presentation on the stages of moral development. And here is the references.